You prepare all this stuff. You sit and you think about it for all. I mean, it's not like you jump in and you're like, I don't even know the guy. Let's get out of here. It's done. And then you just you think really hard and you do it. Yeah. You just sit there. You go, okay, what did that guy sound like? All right. Or you listen to it and you go, okay, this is the voice. So I have 3 different voices here. I'll pick this one. Okay, remind me to play it. Because we'll do that sometimes with other characters too. Is they'll forget what they sound like because we won't have seen them for a couple of months. And we have to bring them back in to record. And they're regular characters, and we have to go, all right, this is what your character sounds like. And they go, I've done 80,000 sessions between that and
That's right.
So please play me what I sound like. Okay. And then they'll go, all right, is this right? And they go, yeah, kind of. Keep going, you'll get it. And then we have to teach people how to talk like themselves, basically, which is kind of funny.
That's kind of cool. So then do you do voice coaching too?
No.
Okay.
No. I have no interest in teaching.
I
don't want to teach anybody anything.
I know, you're having so much fun living life and doing all this.
I'm excruciatingly busy. I have not had a life for like 2 years at this point, just working on this show. It's a lot of work.
Oh, I could imagine.
20 episodes. We have the whole future of the show to come. A lot of writing, a lot of recording, a lot of re-recording, and then for every show I got to write a song. And there's a record coming out too that I just got out of the studio.
Oh my!
I mean, each. I won't say too much about it, but the length of the songs in the show has to be condensed for the amount of time for the show.
Right.
So you don't really get to hear a song play out. And plus, I did it all at home. I did everything at home on my home Pro Tools, with direct lighting guitars and basses and programming drums and stuff. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to hire a real drummer and a real producer and go to a real studio and really make a real heavy album, and make these songs have their own life and write new stuff and write new sections and really turn them into real songs and stuff. And they're still, at the end of the day, it's a very dry comedy that's driving this music. It's very, very dark and very heavy. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. I got to work with a producer named Ulrich Wild, who's produced Rob Zombie, Pantera, all kinds of different rock and pop, but just really, really intuitive, smart guy, nice guy, and a really great drummer named Gene Hoglan, who's in amazing metal bands like Death and Strapping Young Lad and Dark Angel. But it was just a pleasure to work with these guys because I was sitting there working on comedy, then I have to kind of back out the door and turn around and start this whole other project after the last day of editing on the first season. So it was a lot of work. I have not stopped since then. We're now working on more stuff, the future of the show and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a lot of work. Not a lot of hanging out and I've got a lot of Netflix that I've not caught up on. I'll just say that. But a lot of guitar playing.
Yes, and you love it.
I do. I absolutely do. I actually designed a show where I got to play fast shred guitar, and that's appropriate for this show. And it's heavy and it's metal and it's the ultimate job. I got to combine all these different kinds of loves for comedy and music into one thing. So
it sounds like the perfect thing for you.
It's fun. Yeah, it's very fun. I'd like to take a weekend off. Beyond that, though, I'm very, very happy. And the other thing that is really awesome is working with Gibson, because Peter Leinheiser from Gibson, before the show was even picked up for 20 episodes, I talked to Peter and I said, here's a show idea. It's about this hardcore extreme metal band, and some of them from Norway and some of them from Sweden and some of them from the U.S. But I don't know that you're going to understand anything any of them say, and there's going to be a lot of murder. And there's going to be a lot of metal, and we'd like to give it some authenticity by kind of bringing in actual guitars. And I've loved Gibson my whole life, and all the Epiphone stuff. In fact, my first guitar...
Are you still trying to find that pick?
I'm trying to find the pick.
Okay.
My first guitar was a Gibson Epiphone, and it looked like...
Do you see it in here?
No, it wasn't. It's not in here. It was like a double cutaway Les Paul kind of a vibe, with a weird... EMG passive pickups.
Okay.
I don't know who's.
Go ahead.
None of these guitars have them.
Oh.
But yeah. Anyway, so I've always liked Gibson, and so the main guitar I use for the show is that one right there. That's my main guitar. I kind of like hot rodded it a little bit, put a different pick guard and EMGs on that one too, and then I tune it down to low C, but it's that black Explorer.
The black and white
yeah.
one, right?
And that's my main guitar. It's just like it's got the best sound. I record the whole record with that and an SG, and that's it. But that's my favorite guitar. And so Peter, to his credit, has a real sense of humor. And after I said I want to involve Gibson on the show about murder and metal and darkness and weirdness and absurdity, he said, okay, yeah, we can make that work. I think that'd be really cool. And so I said, okay, let's do it. And so they've been very cool. They've been very supportive. Like there was an episode where where Death Clock is the name of the band on the show, is in this major depression. So they go and they meet this kind of guru kind of character that is a blues musician, and the way the Beatles kind of followed Ravi Shankar around and tried to learn about Indian ragas and all kinds of Indian music and stuff. So Death Clock goes and learns the blues and writes the most depressing song in the world by the end of the episode. So and people are gouging out their eyeballs and they're in horrible pain, killing themselves.
Oh, after the song.
Yeah. And but for that episode, I was like, hey.
Hey, come in.
You busy?
I was like, hey, Peter.
We were just talking about you.
And I was like,
oh, he just knows.
I said, hey, I think I need a dobro to record some of this blues stuff for this record. I was going to do a lot of slide stuff on an acoustic. And said, I need a dobro. And he goes, what do you need? You need a round neck or a square neck? And I said, I don't know what those are. So then I did an extensive research. 4 days later, I called him back and I said, I think I need a round back.
Round neck.
A round neck. I don't even know. And so he said, and then I said, can you get me one of these things? And what did you say? He said, where are you right now? And I said, I'm at home. And he said, stay there. Because the guy's bringing you one right now. And so so it was really cool just having guitars. I guess, should we talk about your other companies that Gibson owns?
Oh, talk about you.
No, I'm just talking about how we use guitars on the show and stuff.
Oh, well then talk
about you.
Talk about you, or the one thing I actually wanted to know is about the digital guitar. That's something I want to know. How's that working out for you? If you want to talk about guitar.
I'll talk about that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean the one that weren't.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say, anyway, so there have been a lot of cool guitars. Some guitars with, I don't know if you have any in here, the Kramers or anything. Should I talk about that? Whatever.
There's a lot of red in this shot.
I know.
A lot of red. What's your sign?
There
I'm an
is.
Aquarius.
Oh.
That's kind of opposite of.
It's kind of a water sign, kind of.
Yeah.
No, it's an air sign.
That's funny because
It's a very
yesterday was an Aquarius too.
When's your birthday?
Mine?
Oh,
July
never mind.
2nd.
I don't want to know. 22nd of this month?
July 2nd.
So you are
I'm a Cancer. What is yours?
Oh, fuck.
Why? What?
Cancer.
When's your birthday?
What? What does that mean?
Last week. 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
right, I called you.
Oh no.
Remember I called?
Oh,
Well, I sent you a message.
why does that mean? Oh, Cancer.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
So, have
Oh.
you recorded with the digital?
I've done some experiments, but what I'm going to do is I have other tracks I'm doing for the record, and the digital. Do we have the digital here? No.
I have one in the back.
Anyway,
You okay with the digital?
I'll talk about. Should I just for the sake of this interview,